Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. This week we're going to be addressing the sink on the boat. I mentioned it last week in the last video. So this week's video is going to be about recommissioning the sink and recommissioning the pump. There's a pump, I'm going to replace the pump. What it is, it's a little wash down for when you're fishing. You can actually gut the fish and wash the fish out, and you can also use it for washing hands and things like that. It's a very handy thing to have. So this week's video is going to be all about that. There is a little bit involved in it, and I'll just take you through the few bits and pieces that I need to do in order to make that happen. Okay, to start, we need to actually take off the front of the console. Down here, I have a series of switches. There's one here actually for a bilge pump, and there's another one here for the washdown pump, this switch here. So I need to undo this and take it off and get a wire from here underneath the deck all the way down to the aft of the boat that the pump is in behind there. So that's one of the jobs today, is to get that wire on there and get it connected up to the switch here. The other thing I need to do in behind the console here, I rewired it some months ago and I never quite finished it. So I want to tidy up the cables with these cable tidies, and to just basically make it all nice and neat in behind there. You can never see it, but it's nice when you open it up. It looks much nicer. So this is the sink here. Now it has this lid on it. This lid here is cracked, but I have a solution for this. You can see it's a bit dirty here after the winter. This is the old washdown shower head and connection there. Now the problem with this is underneath here, this is where the bottom of the sink is, and the hole out to the skin fitting goes out through here. Now it's in behind this panel here, so it's nigh on impossible to get in there. I'm going to try and get my hand through this hole here, and there is a hole up there. So the plan is to get the drain or the outlet up and running, or connected up and running. And in behind here, underneath here, there's a pump that needs to be taken out and gotten rid of, and a new one fitted. Okay, this is the Paramax 2 freshwater pump. It's a diaphragm pump, and this is the shower head here. I'll open that in a second now. This here is the pump. It comes with the pipe fittings. It also comes with this little neat thing. It's a filter. Try to do it one-handed. Anyway, look, it's a filter, you can see there, after getting stuck in the box. And in here is the pump. So this is the pump. The way this works, it's a pressure pump. So as soon as the pressure drops, it comes on and continues pumping. Now I don't have an accumulator tank. If I need it, I'll fit it later, but that can be fitted at any time. And this here is the filter that I was struggling with a moment ago. And in here, let me just use my right hand. Oops. So I won't be using this piece. There's no need for this for my application, but this is the shower head. So you can see inside here, this is the pipework, and there's the shower head. So as soon as you press this, the water will come out, the pressure will drop, the pump will switch on, and the water will flow. Now it's fed from a tank. It's about a 25 or 30 litre tank. I need to give that a clean. And this here is a sheet of acrylic. It's 3mm acrylic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover here use it as a template and make this out of the acrylic. Okay, here is the old pump that's connected to the shower head, and then that goes back to the water tank. So I'll be replacing this pump with that other diaphragm pump that I showed you a moment ago. And excuse the mess here. The plan is to get these few jobs done and give the boat a spring clean ready for the summer. Okay, this is now disconnected. Now that's disconnected, it's rubbish. All the other pieces can go in the bin. So now I have to try and get this out. This piece out here, and the hard bit still has to come. Okay, so here we have the drain. I have it almost unscrewed there. And you see that hole there? I'm gonna have to drill another hole just about here to get my hand in there, because I simply cannot get my hand around the corner. So I've had to do that on this boat. I have the boat about 8 or 9 months now, and I've had to drill 1 or 2 holes in it to try and get at things. Look, the boat is not new, and a lot of these things excuse me, are fitted when the boat is in 2 halves. I've got a bit of a sore throat today, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, so I am going to take this out, and this will be all cleaned and rebedded in some sort of sealant. And I'm going to drill that hole underneath there to give me access to the pipe, the through hull I should say, and we'll get this in. Okay, there's the hole there with the pipe. It might seem a little bit brutal, but you know what, I prefer if things work, and I can always disguise that with something, some sort of cover maybe. But you know, when you're standing up here, you can't see anything. So let's crack on there and try and get the old drain pipe off the skin fitting. Okay, that's the hole I've just drilled, and this pipe here is getting loose. And there it is. So that was a bit of a mission to get that off. So now everything is fine. I have this off, so really all I need to do now is to get a pipe onto the end of the skin fitting with a Jubilee clip and get it run through the side of the boat up underneath here. So I will clean this out here, give this a clean, and I need to get some sort of silicone and put all that together. Okay, just checking this wire here now. This is for the water pump to make sure it goes on, and it does. I now have to fish that through to go from where the tank sits to where the pump is going to be mounted. Now today's video is going to be a 2-part video because a couple of reasons. I'm actually feeling miserable, and I'm just struggling to get a video out today because I need to get a video out every Sunday. Anyway, so I just feel a little bit out of form, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the pipe run and the wire run, and then I'm going to call it a day. I have you see the steering console, I have that open, so I got to get one wire run from in behind there underneath the deck to where the pump is going to be, where you saw it earlier. And this pipe has to go underneath the deck to inside there, which is where this tank sits. So just for today, I'm going to get the pipe run, and to get the wire run done, and I'll probably call it a day then. So this will be a 2-part video. Okay, so this is the new pipe here. I've actually taped it to the end of the old pipe, which is probably in here somewhere. So now I'm going to try and pull this all the way through to the front, and hopefully it'll come out without any problems. So, oopsie, sorry. So this is the pipe here. Okay, it's after getting stuck. Give me a minute, let me just put the phone down. Okay, you can see this is the new pipe going to the tank, which will be connected to the new pump, and I just connected the two of those together to pull it through the pipe chase. Okay, now I just got to get a wire from behind the console here over into where the pump is. Anyway, that's it for this week, folks. Apologies, the video is a little bit short and it is a part 1 now. I'll get the part 2 out next weekend. I'm just feeling a bit under the weather, and I just couldn't film it. I filmed things in real time, so it was just one of those things. So thanks very much. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.